What's going on, O fans? Sean here from Olight USA, and in this video we are going to be doing a deep dive with the Baton 4 Pro, the Baton Ultra, and how they compare to the Warrior Mini 3. I've seen a lot of people talking online about, well, the Baton now has the tail switch, so is that similar to the Warrior Mini series? And so in this video we are going to discuss all of that. We're going to go down to the tabletop so you can see all of the details up close, and we're going to take it outside so you can see the performance differences between these three. So if you're interested in a side switch and tail switch everyday carry light, this is a video you don't want to miss. So here we have the Warrior Mini 3, the Baton 4 Pro, and the Baton Ultra. We're going to go over all of the differences between these different models. Now, if you're wondering what the heck is on that guy's nails, well, during my trip to HQ, a very nice lady offered to do my nails for free. I said, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want, and now we're here. But the good news is they're growing out and it should be gone in the next few weeks. So anyways, here we have the Warrior Mini 3. This is 4.37 inches long, which is really interesting because the Baton 4 Pro is also 4.37 inches long. Now, when we get to the Baton Ultra, this one is 4.43 inches long. There's a little bit of extended length on the head, and part of that is in order to get the 300-meter beam distance on this light, we did have to make it slightly longer. But I think it's absolutely worth it, and with daily usage, you will not really notice any difference between the length and the sizes of these lights. Also, considering the fact that all three of them use an 18650 battery that's 3500 milliamps, so they all use the same battery as well. So they're all the same diameter, which is about less than 1 inch, about 0.9 inches. Now let's jump into the performance specs of these lights, and actually I need to put it in this order in order to tell it to you properly. Now here we have the Baton 4 Pro. This has 1,600 lumens and it's got a 200-meter beam distance. The Warrior Mini 3 right here has 1,750 lumens with a 240-meter beam distance. So 150 more lumens, 40 more meters of beam distance compared to the Baton 4 Pro. And then when we bring it up to the Ultra, of course it's going to be the strongest. This has 1,800 lumens and it's got a 300-meter beam distance. And when I show you guys the performance shots that I took outside, you will definitely notice the higher candela and higher intensity on the things that I shine this light on compared to these two. Now, when we take a look at the pocket clips, they are in the same orientation, and in terms of usability, they are basically the same. The one thing I do like, though, is the top of the clip right here on the Baton 4 Pro comes up higher, so there is less of the flashlight head hanging out of your pocket when you clip it to the inside of your pocket. You can see this little loop right here comes all the way to the top, and here it comes to about the middle of the head right there. On top of that, this one also has a little bit larger surface area on the clip that actually attaches to the flashlight, whereas this one has these 4 bars that kind of come across, but I actually appreciate the larger system right here and this very large piece of material versus these smaller little sections that are on the Warrior Mini 3. Now, when we take it to the switch, now they both have a side switch and they both have a similar UI, but the switches feel completely different and they look different as well. First off, the actual switch itself on the Baton 4 Pro is basically like a dish. So instead of the switch sticking out of the product, we actually recessed it so that way there's no way for you to hit the switch when, you know, it's in your pocket or your bag or anything like that. So it makes it a bit safer switch, and it definitely feels really nice putting your thumb into that indentation versus it being a typical switch that is sticking up. It also has our micro perforation indicators that go around the switch. So you've got the 4 LEDs on the left and the right side of the switch. They do turn off after a few seconds, so they don't bother you once you see the details, but this is a much nicer way to be able to tell your lumen level and battery level indicators compared to the Warrior Mini 3, which simply has our old school, just one single LED there in the center that goes from, you know, your green to your yellow when it's halfway, way, and then your red when it needs to be charged. So you're getting a lot more in-depth, detailed information with the indicators here on the Baton 4 Pro. And I think just in general, the Baton 4 Pro switch feels a lot more premium. It's a lot more crispy. So when you click it, it has a nice, very, very articulated, firm click, versus the click here on the Warrior Mini 3 is definitely a lot more mushier, a lot less precise. So I think the switch, we did a lot of amazing work since the Warrior Mini 3 came out here with the Baton 4 Pro, with the enhanced indicators and the design and feel of the switch itself. Now, when we get to the tail switch, the differences are even more apparent. First off, you can see I really like the knurling that we put on the button itself here on the Baton 4 Pro compared to just your standard smooth metal right there on the Warrior Mini 3. Now, luckily, both of these tail switches can work with our signature MCC3 magnetic charging cable. So if you want to, you can literally just slap this onto the back of the light, and then there's going to be a little indicator right there that goes from red to green when it's fully charged. And of course, that is how you also charge the Warrior Mini 3, so there's no differences there. But there is an addition to the Baton 4 Pro, and that is the fact that you can actually unscrew the tail cap right here and charge it Type-C. So there's a Type-C port right there that's hidden inside of the tail cap, and then we also have a little indicator light right there that goes from red to green when it's fully charged. This simply does not exist on the Warrior Mini 3. If you want to charge the Warrior Mini 3, you have to just use the magnetic charging cable that I just showed you, but luckily this one also has the Type-C on top of the magnetic charging. So you get a whole new charging method with the new Baton 4 Pro. Now let's talk about the way these switches feel. It's just like the side switch. This is going to be a much smaller travel, much more precise click, definitely a more crispy type of click. Now, when you take a look at the Warrior Mini 3, it's definitely a much more mushier sensation. It almost feels like maybe a pillow top bed, versus over here, this is more like a firm Tempur-Pedic. And that's how I'll explain the kind of feel that these switches have. With this one, you can do a momentary and do a constant on. And on this one, you can actually do the same. So you can do a momentary where you just hold down and it will automatically turn off when you let go. And then if you do a quick tap, it'll just stay on like that. But there is a little bit different UI. The way the Baton 4 Pro works is you can do a quick tap to turn it on, and that is on high mode. You can do a double tap, and that will take you to the turbo mode. But if you do a double tap, it basically, that's it. There's nothing else you can do with this UI. If you want to go back to the low mode, you'll need to turn it off and then turn it back on that low mode, double tap to go back to the turbo. So in terms of UI, it is slightly limited here on the Baton 4 Pro. Now let's go ahead and jump over to the Warrior Mini 3. So same thing, you can do the low mode here, or the lower mode, and then you can jump up to that turbo. The difference here, though, is the fact that this is a two-stage switch versus this is a one-stage. So with this switch, you can only just press it and then press it off, right? You can do the double tap to get to the higher mode, but there is no difference with the way it operates based on the way you press it. Whereas with the Warrior Mini 3, it actually changes based on how hard and how far you press it. So a half press is how you get to the lower setting, and a full deeper press is how you get to the turbo mode. So it actually changes based on how hard you press it and how deep you press it. Whereas with this one, it doesn't actually make a difference. It's just a single stage switch. Another thing that I do actually really like on the Warrior Mini 3 right here is the fact that you can press it down all the way. You can press the side switch at the same time, and that will take you to a tactical setting where the half press takes you to the lower mode, and then a full press takes you straight to strobe. So you can actually choose if you want to have the full press take you to strobe, or you can go ahead, push it all the way down, press the side switch again, and that full press will take you to turbo. So I'm a little conflicted here. I like the way that the Baton 4 Pro switch feels more than the Warrior Mini 3. But I do like the functionality of the two-stage switch and the fact that you can access the strobe mode with the Warrior Mini 3. I think the overall machining, the overall build quality is much better and much more refined on the Baton 4 Pro, and that makes sense because this came out a few years after the Warrior Mini 3 came out, so we're able to take all of the things we've learned and have gotten better as a company, and we've been able to translate it to the Baton 4 Pro. But I do really appreciate, as a tail switch light, I think the Warrior Mini 3 does have more functionality, which makes sense considering that this is a Warrior series and this is a Baton series. I like to think of the Warrior Mini 3 as a tail switch light that happens to have a side switch. And I think the Baton series, the new Baton series here, is a side switch light that happens to also have a tail switch that you can use when you need. And I think that's really the major difference between these two lights is they both have the switches, but I think the emphasis is on the side switch on the Baton 4 Pro, and on the Warrior Mini 3, the emphasis is on the tail switch. Now, the last two physical changes I wanted to show you guys is the fact that the Warrior Mini 3 definitely has much more of a striker, much more aggressive bezel there on the front that actually protrudes out of the front of the light right there, versus the one that we have here, which is going to be basically your standard flat type of everyday carry bezel. So if you need some type of striker bezel, you definitely would want to go with the Warrior series. We also have a difference here in the knurling, the machining of the body of the light. Now, it looks very, very similar. And in terms of the basic design of this knurling, it is exactly the same. But the Baton series here has much more grip, because on top of having all of these little rectangular sections that make up the grip, it also has 3 vertical lines that go through each section right here. So that provides more area for your skin to be able to get into the material, and that way your fingers are going to slide way less off of this compared to this one right here. Yeah, this is nowhere near as grippy compared to the Baton series. So that's just something to keep in mind, is we did some additional milling and some additional vertical lines all through the material here to give it a little bit more space for your skin to go into that material and for the flashlight to hold on to your hand like that. Now, I've been showing you the differences between the Baton 4 Pro and the Warrior Mini 3. In terms of basically everything I just discussed, it is exactly the same involving the Baton Ultra. The main major differences between the Baton Ultra and the Baton 4 Pro is the fact that this is going to have that 300 meters of beam distance compared to the 200 of this guy right here and the 240 of this. So this is a distance monster. And on top of that, you can notice from the color of the light that this is made out of OAL, which is our own proprietary aluminum that is much stronger. It's much more resistant to scratches, dings, and dents. So the OAL is definitely the best material that you can have for an everyday carry flashlight that you are truly using all of the time. So it's got superior beam distance, and on top of that, a superior material that's going to stand up over time better than your standard aluminum like these. So now let's take a look at the Baton 4 Pro. This is the lowest lumen offering out of the 3 that I've showed you. But what's really nice about this one is the size of that hotspot and the clarity. It also has a beautiful spill coming off of that hotspot. So I think with this very, very large viewable area, this is the best flashlight for up close illumination. Now, if you're looking at something really, really far away, it makes sense to go for the Ultra, but for the use case that I have right here, it looks absolutely incredible. Let's now take a look at the Warrior Mini 3 with that 1750 lumens. Now, I can already tell you right now, the hotspot is significantly smaller on this light compared to the hotspot on the Baton 4 Pro. So it definitely is a higher candela. You can see that higher candela right there in the center. You're getting much more intensity in the center of the beam. And in terms of the spill coming off of that beam, it's also a little bit less strong than the Baton 4 Pro. So this is better for distance, not as good for up close. So now we're taking a look at the Baton Turbo with its 1800 lumens and its 300 meter beam distance. You can definitely tell that this hotspot is the most prominent compared to the Warrior Mini 3 and the Baton 4 Pro. So this is definitely going to be your ultra long distance compact flashlight. I mean, it's essentially a pocket thrower. You can see that extreme intensity right there in the middle, and then you kind of have that spill that comes off of it. Now, the spill itself isn't as good as the Baton 4 Pro. So I would highly suggest getting the Baton Turbo for longer distances and the Baton 4 Pro for more up close tasks. Thank you guys so much for watching this overview of the Baton 4 Pro, the Baton Ultra, and the Warrior Mini 3 and the differences between these lights. Hopefully this video has helped you make a decision between these different models. In terms of performance, obviously the true winner is going to be the Baton Ultra, but if you need that increased tail switch functionality, it might make sense for you to go with the Warrior Mini 3. It's not up to me to tell you what's best for your lifestyle, but hopefully this video clarified some things so you can make the best choice for your lifestyle. I'm Sean from Olight USA. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more coming up soon. Peace.